Hello and welcome. We are the Story Speakers Guild, bringing you roleplay entertainment. And tonight we are gathered here for Saturday by night. Say hello, kindred.
Greetings.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
So, excuse me. So, when we last were. Well, actually, who wants to give a recap? I don't need to be the one to talk.
I'm gonna give it unless anyone says anything.
No, go for it.
Do you
I
want
think
me
I'm
to give
right.
it?
So, we went to basically do Veronica's meeting with the Sabbat that are trying to infiltrate the city. On our way sneaking in there, I believe it was you, Jessica, who noticed all of the ones hiding, right? Well,
I think, yeah. I noticed the ones hiding, the invisible ones.
Yep. So we went into the meeting. We managed to get the roster of the people we were looking for, but the meeting was attacked by these invisible people who were all seemed to be after Veronica. With that happening, Torin leapt into action, getting all tenebrous-y and whatnot, and leaping around with her. I took down the leader dude and captured him, got him in our van.
I turned off the lights.
You did. You turned off the lights. Mom kept the cops from coming with her contacts. Bob and Cappy killed a couple dudes that were trying to make their way basically past them to get Veronica. And now...
Don't forget the rats.
Oh yes, the rats. Cappy sent rats to spy on the meeting.
Yeah, they didn't keep us hidden as I would have liked, but oh well.
And here we are now in the van with our captured person getting away from the building.
And Torin is currently driving away with Veronica. And you guys have not heard from him. You're not exactly sure where he went.
It can only be assumed that he's rejoined the Sabbat.
It is certainly a possibility. So I am not going to have you guys do rouse checks because I feel like we left this off at a point where we would not be jumping ahead to the next night. So we're picking up right where we left off. You guys come out of this battlefield. There is the kindred that you guys captured. Kind of passed out. He's lost a decent amount of blood. What's his name? Joseph is kind of smeared with blood in various places, but looks a lot better than he did before. And I forget who's driving. Was it Carlotta?
Yeah. As far as I remember, I'm the one who's driving.
God, we're all gonna die.
We're not gonna die, we're gonna get lost. But she's gonna say it's an adventure.
Yeah, that's right. We're gonna pass the same 7-Eleven 4 times.
Exactly.
And then Joseph's going to tell me he's driving.
Storyteller, are my powers still active or no?
Same question.
I'm gonna say that they are still active. We are really kind of continuing the same scene that we were at before.
Gotcha.
All right, so we're at the point where we just jumped in the van.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
So, we get all those doors shut. Do you start driving, Carlotta? What's going on?
Yes. In fact, I'm looking back at everybody and I'm going, put your seatbelts on. This is going to be a bumpy ride. And Victor is kind of shocked because he did not believe I knew how to drive since my assistant usually drives. You too, Victor. Put your seatbelt on.
Oh,
Uh,
yes, my dear.
So I'm gonna say this is unusual driving for you, Carlotta. Plus, you often are being driven around. So I am going to have you roll. Ooh, Jesus, hold on. I'm going to have you roll for me a drive and composure.
I'm not gonna wear a seatbelt, but I'm gonna be weight of the feather, so collisions don't matter.
I've got my fortitude active, as well as my potence and my celerity, so I'm not putting on a seatbelt. I'm busy handling the guy that we have captured here.
I'm probably bouncing on his belly or something. Just sitting there going, wee!
I'll put a seatbelt on. What the hell?
Not perfect, but I think we can make it without an accident.
Well, you're not used to driving off quite this fast, and you peel off and you over adjust a little bit. You end up scraping against a couple other cars as you pull away. But I mean, you're fine. You didn't like smash into a pole or a tree or anything.
Awesome. Then we're ahead of the game.
You're successful enough that you guys are at least getting out of here safely.
I look towards the back real quick in the mirror and I ask anyone if they have any idea where we should head to.
Out of curiosity, whose van is this that just got beat to hell?
Yeah, I think this was
Mine.
Victor's.
Okay, just checking.
Are any of you gonna answer her? I'm not in the van. You guys are.
I missed her question, and am busy restraining someone.
Okay.
We need to drive to my house, my dear. Or, no, better yet, we need to go to,
Horse house!
yes.
Which is right next door.
Okay. Victor, can you set the GPS, please?
It doesn't matter. You won't listen to it.
I might.
The problem is she doesn't know left from right, so when it
Oh, I
says-
know, because she did that when she was driving me to the wedding. I'm like, what are you doing in the left lane? And she's like, it's saying I have to turn right. And I'm like, yeah, but you're in the left lane. What are we doing?
I thought the problem was the GPS was in Jessica's head.
That's when it's your GPS.
Oh, when she's driving, it might as well be in Jessica's head.
No, because you see,
No.
Jessica's GPS will put down the wrong information so she takes the right way.
Now we
Sweet.
know what mom needs in her life. A Malkavian.
You know it. Shut up and drive.
No, this is not the musical episode.
You don't know what you're talking about.
We can't stop
I hate you all so much.
This is the perfect night for the musical version. I can't drive 55.
You could have left the last word off. Victor programs the GPS and sits back down and contemplates shooting this vampire prisoner in the kneecap.
Wait, did you just say you shot the prisoner?
No, he's contemplating it.
Oh, okay. So I'll just remind you, this dude's like pretty much passed out at this point. Oh wait, no, because vampires don't really pass out, do they? But he's very, very weak.
Yes.
He's just barely holding on to consciousness.
And like I said, I've got him wrapped up, basically. I've got full Nelson, double leg ride going so that he cannot move.
Okay, I mean there's no role for that. I mean, he's so weak and you're so buffed at this point that I mean, it barely even takes effort from.
Also, there's a Malkavian bouncing on his stomach.
Yeah, but you are light as a feather, so that's
That's
not
true,
a
but it can
whole-
change at any moment.
So do we get to the horse house, storyteller?
Yeah, I mean, it takes a little bit, but with the speed that she's moving at, it's not as long of a drive as usual. It's maybe like 10, 15 minutes. Do you take a direct route?
As direct as I can, yes.
All right. Oh wait, I forgot to ask you guys first. Highs or lows?
Lows.
All right. You very luckily were not followed home.
Yee!
Huzzah!
Oh, that's a relief.
Do you say that in character?
In character?
No, I'm asking Cap.
Me? No, I don't.
Okay.
All
It's
right.
fine in
so-
character where I like being quieter or whatever, or watching the guy.
I mean, you don't have to be quiet. You guys can talk to each other if you want to during this drive.
Jessica is currently saying, "Wee!"
Jessica's very amused at the current situation.
Yes, I have noticed this.
Especially when we hit the turns and I'm no longer bouncing on the guy, but like doing this bounce around the cabin and then onto the guy.
Jessica, can you open up the door to the special room in the horse house? We're gonna have a new guest.
Sure, I love new guests. I've even got a perfect outfit set aside for him. It's gonna look fabulous.
I know he will.
Yep, she will.
Kisses.
She will hop out of the vehicle probably before it stops moving and go off to open the special room.
I'm gonna start dragging his ass out once the van stops.
You leave the rest of him in there?
So, this reminds me. Bob, where is Victor sitting in the car? Am I recalling correctly? You may have sat in the front.
Yeah.
Okay. At any point, do you think you would turn to look at the prisoner that you guys took?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I want you to.
Crap.
No, it's okay. To roll
Don't do that in the
me-
car.
An insight plus wits. Oh. You know this guy, but you don't know how. But you know him.
Or at least I have seen this person before. I can't quite put my finger upon it, but I have seen this man before. I don't know if any of the rest of you have or not.
Doesn't look familiar to me, but if you've seen him somewhere before, I highly recommend putting your mind to work and remembering where. Could be important.
I would like the rest of you, with Carlotta excluded because she's driving, to roll the same for me. Roll insight plus wits.
Oh no, wits! My weakness! Well, that's not good.
Apparently, that's not a good roll for. I don't have much as I thought. I think my wits up. Apparently, I didn't think my wits was that low.
Devil, remind me. Have you befriended the doorknob at the horse house? I think you have.
Yeah.
Do you remember what its name is?
I don't think we actually gave a name to it.
Okay, that's fine. So all of you are looking, and you're like, I think he's right. He does seem weirdly familiar. And Jessica, try as you might, you can't place it. But it's sticking in your mind right now. I'm just gonna leave it at that for just a moment.
Alright.
Is there anything else that you guys want to talk about before you guys actually arrive at the horse house?
Nothing I can think of.
So you come screeching up to the horse house, come to a stop, and you guys start piling out. The prisoner, again, pretty weak, so he doesn't put up much of a fight, but at the same time also needs a decent amount of support. So you can't really let go of him.
One planning on it.
I'm guessing you guys go in?
Yeah, I'm taking him to the room.
Yep. I go
I'd help
fondle
out if
the
need be.
I go fondle the little sensor that lets me open the door.
So actually, before you, well, is that on the outside
Yeah, it's
of the house, or
it's
is
an
that on the?
It's an outside entrance that goes down into the kind of what looks like a basement.
Gotcha. So there's no like doorknob here that you would.
Well, there's a doorknob at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect. Go ahead.
So yeah, open the hatch that lets you go down into the stairs, go to the doorknob with the sensor, and put my hand against it.
Sensor works as normal. As you go to touch the doorknob, it greets you.
Oh, hello! How's it going?
Don't you know that guy?
I think so, but I can't place it. It's nagging at my brain. It's like
Because they
infuriating.
broke his face.
They
He
broke
was the driver.
He was the driver?
I'd like all of you to know I figured this out, OOC Lee.
I
He
told
did.
Bob the same thing.
Oh, damn.
The driver. Oh, you mean the driver? Oh, you mean the one with the horse head?
Well,
No,
The one with the horse head.
that's our guy. The driver that the horse head guy replaced.
Oh, Torin. Got it. Okay. Horsehead. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I was trying to figure out what the fuck you were talking about for a second.
Welcome
The
to the
only
mind
bad
of a
thing about
Malkavian.
Jessica sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. No. It was that one's driver, and obviously a doorknob can't point, but like you think that she has like indicated with like a gleam.
The next door
Victor.
neighbor's driver.
Yeah. Didn't you
Yeah.
guys? Yeah, I thought you were looking for him. I thought I saw that, the last time that
We
we
were.
chatted.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, it looks like you found him though. I don't know how much good he's still gonna be. Looks
They
like
broke his face though. Ooh. That's,
yeah, like I don't know. I don't really know exactly how it works, but I know that that some of your kind, not your kind, but your kind can do stuff like.
I don't know whether I should take offense or not.
Jessica's, you keep mentioning drivers and things like that. What's going on?
Oh yeah, the guy we got is Victor's old driver.
Oh, is he now? Oh, that just made things more interesting.
A look of almost fear kind of quickly washes over his face. But after a moment, he kind of goes back to how he was.
I mean, this is a
Doesn't matter that.
perfect. This is a perfect opportunity to fire him and give him his severance.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do more than that to him, my friend.
Victor walks over and just punches him dead in the face.
Oof. I wouldn't want to work for you.
I am not going to have us roll damage for that, but if you continue to hit him, I will start rolling for damage, and I will warn you that you are very close to losing this man.
Victor,
No.
it's time to stop hitting him.
I know that. I needed to do that.
Anyway, good job, doorknob.
Oh, of course. I'm so glad I could help.
Yeah. By the way, do you have a name? I don't think we ever got introduced on that level yet.
Oh, I'm Trina.
Trina. How are you liking the special door treatment? I'm not too harsh with the controls, am I?
No. I'm very proud to hold this role in your house.
Okay, if I ever get too rough, let me know. I know most doorknobs enjoy a good turn and fondle, but it's different when you got a touchpad.
She has like a little glimmer of light that you perceive as a wink, and she's like, I like it a little rough sometimes.
Good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
Well, I better let you guys in. Yeah, that guy doesn't look so good.
Yeah,
And the door opens. Sorry, I should clarify. The door does open.
Oh well, thank you. I'll make sure that you get a nice polish. You've been very helpful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Also, gonna wipe down that touchpad because don't want to get it grease. Wait, do I even produce grease?
I don't know. I don't think you.
Vampires, I believe, can still leave fingerprints sometimes. I believe.
If they want to, I suppose, but the grease is technically a living thing. Basically, it's weird. Okay.
Just do it anyways. Can't hurt, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, we take him into the locked room here.
Victor gives a little pat to the doorknob when he enters the room.
I will. Jessica will go and fish out another horse head and a set of chaps, assless chaps.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
God.
That just facepalm.
You do know that chaps, by definition, are assless, right? Otherwise, they'd be pants.
So,
It's okay. Welcome to my world.
who changed your face?
None of your business.
I think it's my business. And I think you're not really in the position to not be telling me what is my business.
I'm not gonna tell you anything. You might as well just kill me.
I'm gonna put the horse head on him.
Now, how are we supposed to hear him with that on his head?
You can hear through this thing.
Yeah, you can. It's just a mask, man. You can-
Alright. I thought maybe it'd muffle his voice or something.
I mean, slightly, but not enough to really impact your ability to hear him.
Alright then.
Victor walks over, slaps the mask off his head, gets nose to nose with him, and says, "Oh no, we're not killing you, sir, but you will wish we had before we're done."
Victor, you don't slap the horse. That's how you get a stampede.
Victor, I am curious about one thing. Was your driver always a vampire or just something different?
He wasn't a vampire when last this all happened.
No, he was not.
Oh, well, definitely he got an upgrade from somebody.
Now, we can do this easy or hard. Are you going to continue to struggle and keep making people angry?
I'm not betraying anyone, so I guess yeah.
But didn't you betray him?
Yeah,
Well, what's in the past is in the past, right? He
Well,
spits
if
at
you
your guys' feet.
If you betray someone now, it's in the past. So what's in the past is in the past, right?
I look
I hate
over.
to say it, but he's got a point.
She. I'm a she.
She, sorry, goddammit, she.
I look over at Carlotta. Carlotta, would you please handle this before I handle it?
I'd be glad to. That's what I'm going for.
Well, why don't you share it with us what you're doing?
I'm going for entrancement.
It's a good idea. Go ahead and roll a rouse check to get started.
Meanwhile, Jessica will go and retrieve that horse head.
All right, so you succeeded in rousing your blood. The beast is well under your control. So, in order to do this, you have to gain his attention, and then you're basically going to do contested rolls. So give us a short little blurb. Like, what do you do? What do you do or say? You know, to kind of gain his attention and start trying to win him over on your side.
Can you look at me a minute? Victor is somewhat crazed right now. You can't really blame him. However, I am your best chance of getting through this. So I need you to listen to what I'm going to tell you, okay? Look at me. Don't look anywhere else but me.
All right. So go ahead and roll a charisma and presence.
And that's when I slam the horse head back on the guy's head so you can't do it.
Are you actually doing that?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys see as she just starts to snatch his attention that Jessica is trying to put the horse head back on. I think most of you would probably be aware that this will interfere with her being able to do what she is doing.
Yeah, I stop her from putting the mask back on.
I'm imagining she's not going to go along with that.
Probably
So,
not.
yeah, I'm going to have you guys do contested athletics and dexterity, I guess.
Technically, I don't have that activated, so I don't get bonus to it.
I'm sorry, I was helping Carlotta. What are we rolling?
I'm trying to stop Devil's Character putting the mask back on the guy's head, which will completely interrupt what Carlotta.
Oh, I would too.
Well, then you can also roll an athletics plus dex to try to jump in and stop.
Non-combatant dex checks. Okay.
You guys can
Yeah, I
blow
had a
will-
feeling I wouldn't do it.
You guys can blow willpower if you want.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think I can blow any more because I'm down to 2 willpower. So this is my last. This is my last one.
I mean, you can blow 1 to reroll 3 of your normal dice. But you probably only want to
Well-
roll 2 of them.
Yeah, Bob will only be able to roll 2.
Yeah, both of you will want to roll 2.
I'll
Son
do
of
the
a
reroll
bitch.
3 since I had enough dice for it, so I could reroll 3.
So Cappy has 5 now.
No, because one of those original ones was a success and he re-rolled it.
So he has
Oh,
4. It's a tie.
Can't reroll the hunger ones. That's right. Never mind.
So wait, you thought you were trying to re-roll a hunger?
I forgot you can't reroll the hunger. I thought I could straight roll 3 fairly because I had enough dice that I forgot I had 3 hunger.
Oh, you were trying to re-roll that one. Okay. Well, I don't think it's really fair for me to pick which one is it going to count. So can you just re-roll 2?
Yep. Fuck! Well, I guess Carlotta ain't getting no information now thanks to Jessica's crazy ass.
Yeah, so hold on. Let me double check the rolls. Yeah, okay. So between the distraction of Jessica putting the mask on him and what's his name? Rick and Victor basically attempting to tackle her, but instead colliding into each other. thinking that they each thinking they got Jessica and are basically rolling around on the floor right now. You are not able to get enough of his attention to really get any kind of sway over him. He laughs, looking at the kind of ragtag chaos of behavior happening here.
Can we get Jessica out of here before she interrupts anything else or causes us to interrupt anything else?
Oh my God, Ragtag is right.
Well, Jessica could sit down and shut the fuck up and quit putting the mask on his head.
You want the only one who can open the door to leave?
But Jessica, you just need to stop interfering because of you and because of us having to stop you. We're not going to get any information now, so I hope you're happy.
Oh no, I haven't put the mask on. Here we go. Gonna put the mask on and just pat the horse's head. Much better.
What a fucking idiot. And
So,
yes, that was in character.
first, I activate Daunt.
Okay.
And I turn back to where he is and where they're all arguing. And I look at Cappy first. We do not own this place and we are guests in this house. It is useful to us. You will respect the owner.
Respecting the owner means he doesn't fuck up our attempts to interrogate. Sorry, god damn it.
There are multiple methods to interrogate. And if we're not going to succeed sweetly, I prefer my way anyways.
Go for it. Might not have any other choice since Jessica likes to continue to interfere with shit.
Oh, you like my interfering. Don't hide it.
Your interfering is causing us issues. Fucking Malkavians in their crazy ass way.
I'm not responsible for your own issues. You're responsible for your issues. I
I
have
was-
my own issues. I know I have my own issues. I embrace them.
I was trying to stop you from putting the mask on and breaking eye contact, which clearly didn't work.
But he's in a horse house. He needs a horse mask. He's stabled.
Just shut up before I hit you for being stupid. You already angered me enough all the trouble you just caused.
Is he actually going to attack me in my own place?
No, not yet. He's not.
Okay. That was in character. To everyone else.
Oh, I thought that was what was he.
No.
No, I'm not going to attack you.
Alright. Second, I rouse the blood for dementation.
Your beast is well under control tonight. This righteous anger that's taking over you has it very, very satisfied with the path that you're taking.
You are a measly, sniveling traitor, and nothing more. You will speak to us and tell us every single thing we want to know. Because deep down, that's what you are. You're a turncoat.
I was never loyal to Victor. You're trying to intimidate him, though, I assume?
I'm
Or-
using dementation,
Oh, right.
but it's a manipulation check, which I was going to ask you. Since I have Daunt active, can I also add my presence dot?
Sure.
Alright. So I'm rolling my manipulation plus dominate plus presence. No, that's not. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, so you are successful.
All right. Did he roll as well?
Yeah, he did. That's that 2 there.
All right.
Just
He
give
takes
me-
2 points of willpower damage then.
All right.
Now, you sniveling traitor. Turn over on your belly and tell us exactly what we want. 'Cause once again, that's all you good for, is turning over and giving information, just like this dog I'm always dealing with, as I point at Cappy. And
I
then
just grunt.
I will once again roll my dementation.
I should check. I might have a dog hood.
You even think of coming near me with that, you're gonna get a fist in the face.
Again, you succeed.
He takes 2 more willpower damage.
I can't tell you anything. It's just gonna be worse for me even if I do.
You think it's not gonna be worse for you if you don't hear?
Now, everybody has a use for a sniveling traitor, if they know how to do it right. You have information we want. It's a reason to let you live if you just, like I said, roll over on your belly.
Oh, are we doing the thing where I get the dictionary again?
Oh, we don't need a dictionary, only for this sniveling worm of a traitor to start talking.
But I could read from the dictionary.
Oh, Ty. I don't care if you'd let me live. The point is, if I go back there having betrayed them, I die. There's no point.
What do you think will happen if we release you? They're gonna assume you betrayed them anyway.
They will, because that's what people assume of a sniveling traitor, especially one who does not give information to other people who could possibly keep them alive.
Oh, like I believe you're going to offer me protection.
I mean, I think I have some condoms in here.
I don't even want to know what you intend to do with those.
I heard they were essential supplies for this sort of place.
I just facepalm again.
On top of that, what you should really be afraid of is me.
Did you? Oh, I didn't even realize it ended up being the exact same rolls. I was waiting for you to roll. Sorry. Go.
Because traitors are afraid at the end of the day. And you should be scared of the monsters in the dark. But especially the monsters present here and now.
Ooh.
2 willpower damage.
So that drops him to no willpower.
Yep, I believe now they become impaired first off.
A nervous breakdown or psychotic break. Okay, so you get to choose a compulsion for him.
I do. And true to how I've been talking to him, I am going to give him the kind of compulsion that makes him the type of fearful traitor that will just sell anyone out to keep his own skin, basically.
Okay, so basically just making him so paranoid for his own safety that he's gonna just give people what they want to try to protect him.
Yep.
Man, this guy is in a locked basement with a horse head and assless chaps. He's in danger of that already.
What? Oh, they're gonna kill me. You're right. They are. I never should have helped them. Should have just stuck with a good job. What do you want?
Who did all of this? Who made your face look different?
I I've been working. Look, it was. I really shouldn't share this.
But you should.
I was sent to Victor by the prince. He just never knew that I came from the prince, and that's where I went back to when you guys started putting things together. I've been reporting on Victor's behaviors.
I see. So once again, who changed their face?
I don't really know who it was. It was one of those Zamisi freaks, though. I just don't know how. Like, the prince knew him. Also, quick pause here. Our food is here. So we're gonna stop just a moment.
All right.
Sorry for the poorly timed break, guys.
By
No
the way,
worries.
here's this big reveal, and bye!
Yeah, no shit.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, that was really interesting that the prince knew the guy. That makes things a little more interesting.
So where were we?
Some Zamisi changed his face. The prince.
The prince knew him, huh?
Yeah.
Who embraced you?
The prince did. He wanted me to be able to lead this attack. He wanted to try to wipe you guys out.
Oh, we're in the shit now, boys.
We are, because that means that the prince is involved with the Sapad incursion of the city.
Yep.
Oh, well, whatever. That's fine. Draw your.
At the very least, knows the Tzimisce. So, why were you sent to attack this Sabbat meeting?
He wants to take you guys out.
Ooh,
In that
for dinner?
meeting. No, not for dinner. In that meeting, Veronica's compromised. All kinds of things are happening. It was just easier to clean things up.
Clearly, he's afraid that we're onto him. We weren't that onto him before, but we are now.
Did the prince and the Tzimisce talk about anything while you were there?
No, I wasn't allowed to hear anything important, really. I just knew that we were supposed to try to wipe you guys out. And as many of the Sabbat fuckers as we could.
That's not nice.
I don't really care if it's nice. I'm just doing what keeps me alive.
Oh, Vasily, I thought that meeting was more Anarch rather than Sabbat. Or did I
that was a
miss
Sabbat
something?
meeting.
That was Sabbat meeting. Okay, I must have missed something in the interim before we went to the meeting.
So essentially, the big reveal that you guys had, well, the last big reveal that you guys had, was that Veronica is part of the Sabbat. She has been leading those meetings. Basically, she's been posing as an anarch, but she is part of the Sabbat, right? And she's been using these meetings as a way to essentially like campaign for herself and then slowly bring people from the anarchs into the Sabbat that seem like they would be, you know, open to that kind of idea. So kind of, yeah, it's an anarch meeting on the surface, but the truth was it was really a Sabbat run meeting.
Ah, okie dokie.
Well, this has all been very enlightening. Even if the prince isn't working with the Sabbat, it's somehow related to the Tzimisce.
I mean, the prince works with a lot of people, guys.
I look over at Victor. Victor, I give you a sniveling coward of a man. Do you perhaps need a sniveling coward in your court for what they're at least useful for? Or do we let him back on the streets where he could possibly give out information about you at this time?
I thought you guys were gonna keep me alive and like make sure I stayed alive.
I'm negotiating your life right now.
Can I unleash my beast on purpose?
Not exactly.
You can
But, I
ride
mean,
the
you could-
frenzy, but
But that kind
That-
of
yeah.
requires you to start frenzying. I mean, you could just be vicious, right? I mean, but you can't exactly call the beast up, no.
Oh, okay. I just walk over to him, put my hands on each side of his head, and push my thumbs into his eyes just as far as they'll go, and then just try and tear his head off.
As Victor attempts to tear his head off. Victor, are you able to alter memories?
You mean cloud memory?
Well, even further than that is what we'd need. I'll take a look at your sheet.
No, I've got cloud memory, memorize, mesmerize, and submerge directive.
Oh yeah, that's a better idea. Why don't you do what you did to the Gangrel to him? Rather than just flat out kill him.
Yes, I suppose that would be more civilized. But it's certainly more than this little worm deserves.
It is more. But a sniveling worm, as I said, has uses. As long as we keep a short leash on what he does, he's basically our spy. Especially if you make it so that he can't tell anybody about us.
Very well. And Victor activates. Would it be mesmerize or submerge to direct?
You want Submerge Directive. It lets you implant a hypnotic suggestion. It's the same thing you did to Cappy to make it so he couldn't talk about us.
Oh, that's right. All right, so that's what I do. I look him in the eyes and activate submerge directive. Do I have to roll a rouse first?
No. Oh, wait, hold on, because you're using a mesmerize. It's no additional cost to mesmerize. So yes, sorry, you do.
All right.
His hunger grows, storyteller.
Well, your beast is definitely a little bit closer to the surface now. Of course, it's not a frenzy, but the beast is whispering in your ear. Why won't you kill him? He deserves death.
Yes, I know. I would. What do I roll for the submerged direct?
Sorry, I forgot to press the button. Uh, you are gonna roll a manipulation plus dominate against his intelligence and resolve. And then I want you to basically issue the command that you're giving.
Okay.
And and if there's any like specific stimulus or anything, like if you wanted him to do something on a specific date or say something to a specific person, whatever.
Also, storyteller, remember that he is impaired, which I believe gives him a negative to trying to stop things. I'm trying to find it now.
That would be awesome if you could find that for me.
I have the manipulation, but I can't find dominate on the other drop down.
Hold on, let me look.
You mean intimidation?
No, it's dominate. So if you scroll down to your discipline and undo the drop down, like so that it actually shows all the powers underneath dominate, I think you can see the changes I'm making on your sheet. If you're on the same tab. So if you like scroll down to where disciplines are, it's already set up to roll your manipulation and discipline there. So you can just hit the button to the right of where it says manipulation and discipline for submerge directive. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it says discipline, and then open up that drop down.
No, you don't have to open up the drop down because basically what that's saying is use the discipline that this is listed under, and it's listed under your dominate. So all you have to do is hit the die button that's to the right of where it says discipline.
Oh, okay. Are there any modifiers?
No.
Okay, it didn't roll. Why is that?
What's wrong, Bob?
It's not. Oh, no, it's not rolling. Oh, there it goes.
There it is. Oh my.
How messy.
So what does that mean?
Just give me 1 second because we were trying to figure out what negatives he has from all the damage that Ryan did to him. So I've still got to do my.
Ah, okay.
And Bob, what that does is you get the messy critical because you would have had to have failed to get the beastly failure. And you're probably about to...
No, he had to
Oh
have
God.
gotten no successes on the regular dice to get the bestial
Yeah.
failure. Wow, he
Holy shit.
Yeah, but he loses 2 of those successes.
But I put that negative modifier in.
That's not how that works, Laura.
Oh, it doesn't work that way.
No, it doesn't.
Well, then it did. Oh, this didn't roll the right. This didn't roll right at all. That took away dice, not successes. Okay, I see what happened. Hold on.
technically just roll 2 more and see if you get more successes.
Whose side are you on?
Okay, yeah. So you are getting a messy critical as you give this command to him. So what I want you to think about as you do this, and you can add flavor as it makes sense to you. You are going to scare the bejesus out of him because you're getting this messy critical. But think about the fact that the Ventry really like to be in control, to have power, and that's what a lot of their like beast type freakouts kind of center around. So go ahead.
Okay. You understand, I own you now. You do only service to me. You'll do, wait a minute. Yeah. You will pretend to continue to serve the prince in whatever role he has you in, you little worm. But you will tell me everything. We will give you yeah. Does Jessica have burner phones?
On her, no.
Well, I mean, but she does have them.
She goes and gets them.
Okay. We're going to give you a burner phone. When you cannot meet me, no, that phone will ring one time. You will call it back. You will call back the number that shows up. A meeting will be arranged, and you will show up, and you will answer all our questions. You will not say anything of what's happened here this evening to anyone at any time.
All right.
You will not communicate it to anyone in any way, shape, or form. The consequences you don't even want to know about. But death will be the least of your concerns should that occur. You are mine. Do you understand me, sir?
Yes, I'll do whatever you say.
Yes, you will. And then I let him go.
So does this mean he's not going to be wearing the chaps?
Really quick. So, Victor, after this, um, you have the Ventru compulsion of arrogance. So, somebody must obey an order from you. Any action, oh, you're posting it. Any action not directly associated with leadership receives a 2 dice penalty. And this is going to last until somebody has obeyed your order. But it can't be supernaturally enforced like what you just did to him. So you'll kind of have this compulsion of being extremely arrogant and kind of bossy and shit like that, trying to lead the group constantly, even when it doesn't make sense for you to, until somebody listens to a direct order from you.
Okay, so this is an effect on me.
Yes. You both have gotten effects out of this, essentially.
You said you wanted to release the beast, and that's exactly what you did.
Not quite what I had in mind, but I like it.
This is how Ventrus released the beast.
Does that go on my character sheet somewhere on under Chronicle?
Yeah, it probably doesn't hurt for you to write it down. This isn't, like a very long lasting thing. Like I said, once somebody listens to you at some point, this will wear off. I've got to step away for just a minute to get some of my medicines, but feel free to talk to each other.
It is now more important that we get to the support of the Banu Hakim.
The support of the Banu Huida? They sound important.
Are you not familiar with them, Jessica?
I might be, I don't know. I have a lot of information going through my head. I could look them up, I suppose.
They were once Clan Assamite. Are you familiar with them?
Oh, asses, okay.
Joseph, for those of us whose education may be lacking in certain esoterica such as this, perhaps you could enlighten us.
Well, they used to be vampire assassins. I do not know why they decided to join the Camarilla. They honestly would have made far better anarchs. That being said, they have many useful skills in the art of assassination, and I hear that it was mainly their arcane inclined who joined you guys.
Maybe it was something to do with money.
Either way, we need their support. You're going to need a lot of support. Especially since this is not something we can directly challenge.
Understood, sir.
Everybody likes good support.
You're right, Jessica.
So, shall we go do stuff to get support? That sounds like fun. I think we should.
It's gonna depend on what time it is.
Nonsense. If the sun's coming up, we can do it. Just
Indeed.
get out the sunblock.
We'll need some mighty strong sunblock.
And motorcycle helmets.
Yeah, that too. And yes, I've seen that movie.
I don't know what I just returned to. This is interesting.
Blade jokes.
SBF 2000.
So, storyteller, what time is it in the evening now?
It is rather late or early, depending on how you perceive it. As you guys would perceive it, certainly.
And then we should probably try to meet with the Banu Hakim tomorrow night then, right?
I would certainly suggest that. And you also would get the feeling that they would probably want a little more of a heads up before being asked to meet. Rather than like, hey, meet us in an hour.
Alright, so yeah. Before sleeping tonight, I'll get in contact with my contact and let them know that Bob would like to talk with their leaders. And that I have that thing we agreed upon.
They respond that you should meet them in the same place as last time.
Alright. And with that, I break the burner and toss it.
Very good.
I would probably, I believe get some burner phones for the captive ally guy.
Okay, so are you kind of going yourself to go get burner phones, or are you sending out like one of your staff?
Oh, I'd go with I'd send my butler and Zari. Is it Zari? It's been a while since I said her
Sorry,
name.
close.
Is he getting sweat everywhere?
That's what I thought of at first. Took me a minute to realize who you meant.
Zara.
Zara. Yeah, that sounds
Zara.
right.
So I'd send my butler and Zara. So what did I name my butler again? Tammy. Tammy and Zara to get it, and I'd hide in the trunk and surprise them when they get there.
Okay. So you and Joseph have been basically living together lately.
Hmm?
Is Joseph joining you for this adventure, or is this just a solo, well, not solo trip, but just you?
That is up to Joseph.
Probably solo since I'm setting up the meeting before bed.
Seems fair.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, so you have enough time to go do this, This isn't a particularly difficult task. They're just heading to a store nearby. Um, and they're not necessarily, on high alert, so I don't think you really need to roll anything to hide into the trunk. Um, and after a few minutes, they pull up at the store and they get out of the car. Are you planning to like pop out of the trunk here, or
I wait for them to go into the store to get the phones for me, and I will slide out of the trunk and sit in the back seat like I was there the entire time.
okay, cool, I like it. So they go in, make the transaction, it's pretty typical stuff. It's not difficult. And after, maybe 10 minutes or so, they come walking back out, and you see Tammy's eyes kind of narrow first as they approach. Seems like she's realized there might be somebody in the back of the car. Her hand goes to her hip, where you think she may have like a knife or something hidden. Um, they approach. They start approaching cautiously.
Just gonna sit there and wait for them to get in the car.
Okay.
Nothing out of the ordinary here.
So they keep approaching kind of slowly, but Tammy finally seems a bit frustrated since you seem like you're just like waiting in the car, like completely obviously, she's a little confused what's happening. It's dark, so she can't quite make it out. But as she starts walking faster, approaching the car, and she finally is like, "Oh my God, it's Jessica!" And so they start to relax a bit and come up and get into the car. You scared the shit out of us. What is wrong with you?
I just wanted to see you guys. How did it go?
It was fine. I mean, it takes nothing to go buy burner phones. I got you like 10 of them. She
Oh,
passes the bag.
lovely. I'll take the bag and kind of count the phones and then recount them and name them and say hello.
Hello to the phones.
Yes.
They chirp like birds at you.
I stroke one lovingly.
It glimmers. You think it's happy.
Okay. So you two seem to be getting on well. I'm sorry I haven't, spent a lot of time, but things have been moving fast.
Yeah, too busy for us. I see how it is. Zara's teasing.
Oh, don't be like that. You know you all are special in my eyes.
Nah, it's tight. Tammy's pretty cool. She's been teaching me a lot of stuff.
Wonderful. Lovely. And how's school going?
I still think I shouldn't have to do it, but whatever. It'll make my parents happy. But
Oh,
the
not
grades
only
are
that. Not only that, but it's useful to have a good education. I wish I had more of an education. It would open many more doors for me in life.
you do like literally anything that you want to.
Yeah, but I don't open doors. I have to talk to the doorknobs first.
She just laughs and shakes her head and starts texting her friends.
She has a
And Ta-
blog, weird things my boss says.
Besides, if you didn't do school, you wouldn't see your friends as often, I imagine.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It is good for getting to still have a connection with them. I'm just saying, immortal, eternal powers. High school feels a little small on the scale of.
Ah, but you see, if you do the high school thing and you get good grades and that sort of stuff, you could grow up to be a mayor or, chief of police or something, something that would be beneficial to me and yourself.
I could be a TikTok star.
A, a, a what star?
TikTok. Caroline said I could do it. She says a bunch of people would totally follow.
I'll pretend to know what that is so that I don't look like I'm, older than I look.
Does everybody actually know what it is? Does anybody want an explanation?
I have no idea what.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here going Tic Tac Star.
It's
You have a
YouTube.
star of. Oh, okay.
It's like Snapchat and YouTube had a baby.
Well, I mean, there's no sense in not trying. Just be careful what you say.
Oh, I know. Secrets.
But yeah,
But my
so I mean, a Tic Tac Star would be a great for the right now, but you got to keep thinking in the future because you're gonna have a lot of future ahead of you.
oh my god, it's TikTok. But yeah, I guess. I'm just saying though, I like Instagram influencers were a thing. Some of them have migrated to TikTok. It's like, I mean, I'm sure there's still going to be more stuff even after TikTok's gone.
That's fair, and yeah, could see that having beneficial ways. I mean, do you get money from being a TikTok star?
I mean, if you get good enough, you might. I mean, not like directly, but like people start to sponsor you and will ask you to advertise their stuff or whatever.
Ah,
It's
well,
fine. I'm just teasing you anyways. I'll stay in
oh, okay,
school. You know
okay.
my parents would be pissed if I.
Well, yeah, and there's the whole, we promised you, go to a good college, get good grades as long as you stayed with me, so gotta hold up that end of things.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like it's gonna take forever and there's so much more interesting stuff to do.
Look, before you know it, years are gonna seem like days. enjoy the time you have when it, feels like a momentary, like more than just a momentary thing.
Out of character. Remind me, you Ghouled her, right?
She is Gould, yes.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to grow up.
Well, that can be arranged. I would like for you to grow into something, more than the average person, if that makes sense.
Oh, don't you worry. I'm going to be way more than average.
I have no doubt of that. I just looking to encourage it.
With your help, I'm going to do everything.
Keep in mind there are some limits to what my help can get you. It might seem like I just do whatever I want, but I do have rules and regulations and complications and transmutations and all those Asian things.
Yeah, yes. But you can still do a whole lot more than I can do.
I also have spent time acquiring such things.
Well, at least Tammy can teach me a bunch of cool shit in the meantime.
That's a good idea, and I can teach you some stuff. Just need things to settle down with, well, my world, if that makes sense.
I'm very sorry. Could you repeat that? I missed the last thing you said.
I need things to settle down with my world, if that makes sense.
Oh, you're involved in some crazy stuff right now? I mean, not like
Eh,
that crazy. I didn't mean it like that.
oh no, don't worry, that's not offensive. I am crazy.
You're great.
But yeah, there's some complicated stuff going on right now. I mean, it's been one thing and another, and well, I will be honest, your situation was kind of rushed because of importance. And I personally would have liked to lengthen it out, but you saw what you shouldn't have.
Yeah, that night was freaky. I don't
Well,
ever want to feel that powerless again.
oh, good thing for you. With my support, you're not going to be that powerless. And I'm sure Tammy can teach you a thing or two. Eyes her hip.
Yeah, she's already started teaching me how to fight properly with a knife.
That'll be useful, especially since it's nearly the same thing as, other weapons that are more useful.
Tammy frowns a little bit. She doesn't need any other weapons at this point.
True.
I thought I was gonna learn to shoot though. Tammy just glares at her and she doesn't continue to argue.
Well, I'm glad we're spending some time together. Do you want to stop somewhere before we head home?
Coldstone! Oh wait, that's right. It's like way late at night.
Yeah.
Taco Bell!
Okay. That's should be a drive-through open, so we could do that.
So you guys stop, get food for uh, Tammy and Zara. I'm assuming you don't get anything for yourself.
Nope, nothing for myself.
I feel like I just have to ask with you
No.
because you never know.
Unfortunately, it's not raw enough at Taco Bell.
And you guys head home as dawn is just on the well, not on the horizon, but you can feel that it's just below.
Lovely, I've got a few hours left.
Does anybody else have something that they would like to wrap up with this evening? Or I'm sorry if there was anything else that you were trying to do, Jessica.
Nah, just spend time with my touchstone and staff, you know.
Cool. Yeah, you guys hang out. Zara turns on some new show on Netflix. You don't really get it, but she's happy.
It's subtitled, isn't it?
It is. It's some weird French horror show.
Damn those subtitles. Why do they put artwork at the bottom of the screen?
Oh, that's right. I just forget you can't read.
It's one of the things Tammy's supposed Zara is supposed to be teaching me is how to read.
Yeah, there you go. As you guys are watching it, she tries to help you read shit on the screen, but it's all like awkwardly worded because it's translated.
Enter a joke about Google Translate.
Now watch the actual French horror show on Netflix.
It's actually pretty good, although it starts super weird. I forgot the name of it though.
Matilda, Miranda.
I think it's an M name, but it's not anything he just said.
Bet you
It's on
Miranda.
Netflix.
It is.
Marvelous Miss. Oh no, that's a different thing.
Marianne. That's the name of the show.
Cool.
You really have to be willing to stick with it. It's uncomfortable in the beginning, but it's worth it. Anyway, yeah. So you guys are hanging out. Do you end up joining them when they come back to hang out, Joseph, or do you just kind of go to bed once you've arranged things?
I think I'm gonna stay with Joe tonight. I assume Joe doesn't live too far from here.
I believe
Yeah.
we set him up in a warehouse type place. Didn't we?
Yeah, I do think you did. It's not too terribly far from here. So if you wanted to spend the night with them, you could.
Actually, no, I'll stay close. I'll stay with Jessica tonight.
All right. Anybody else?
I believe Victor's gonna go back to his place and process the evening's event.
I should probably go feed while I still have time.
Oh, I suppose that's something I should do too. I guess I do that with my staff as well.
You're feeding from them, you mean?
They are tasty, Devil. I tell you from experience.
Damn.
So are yours, Bob.
Do I need to do anything particular for my feeding, or? If
What
we
was
want to
that?
do a scene, do I do a scene for my feeding, or just say I fed? I will leave it up to your discretion.
We're just gonna say that you fed, but are you like hunting animals? Are you hunting people? Like, what's
I'd
your
go
method?
hunting animals with my coyote, since it's kind of been a bit since I've had fun with my coyote.
I think that's a great idea. So I am going to have you roll a brawl and dex to hunt down an animal to feed on, or a couple animals to feed on.
Brawl and Dex, alright.
Devil, I'm not having you roll because your staff isn't gonna like
Yeah, and
make
to
it
clarify,
difficult or anything.
I still haven't drunken from Zara yet.
Oh, okay.
This time, however, she gets to watch while I do it with Tammy.
Well, she is fascinated.
Indeed, because you realize Devil feeds by having sex.
Oh, that's right. Well, she's very fascinated.
Well, I can feed by having. I get better feed from doing. I don't have to. But still, yes, preferred method.
Well, are you fucking Tammy tonight or not?
Let's roll for it. Du-du-du-du-du. Wits and composure sound like a good max.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, looks like going the full distance.
This is her first introduction to female on female sex, and she's very shy at first, but is fascinated enough about the whole feeding aspect of it that she does watch.
I had that but one success, by the way.
And that's enough. I mean, you're just hunting animals. It's not a big deal. So
Alright.
that's enough for you to feed. You could take. Um, how much hunger do you have right now?
I'm at 3.
Yeah, you can take yourself down to 1.
And then Rick shows up with a camera.
Breathing heavily.
Funny.
Trav still wants that recording.
I don't have a recording. Goddamn.
So, is it morning then?
If nobody else has anything else they're doing in that time, then yeah.
Yeah, Carlotta's gonna go home. It's been rather traumatic.
All right. So, sun rises. You guys all are tucked away in your little coffins or whatever kind of setup you have. Yeah. And a busy day in the Chicagoland area passes by. And sure enough, every day the sun goes down. It's a warmer day than it's been. Things feel a little more alive, besides you guys. Go ahead and roll me a rouse check. Joseph and Jessica, you both have good control over your beasts today. And Victor, too. And Carlotta, look at you guys.
Nice.
We rock.
Are we all rolling our rolls, or y'all doing something different?
You're rolling a rouse.
Okay.
Everyone rouses.
Yeah. After the way you guys handled everything last night, you guys got it under control. You, wake up with all your beasts in good order, kept in check.
See, that was the true reason for the misfit brawl with the horse head.
So we'd all wake up ready for the next day.
Just gotta get that aggression out sometimes.
So, I'm gonna go gather Jessica because we need to get this meeting going. Where are you in the house today, Jessica?
Today I would be spending time with Zara again. I've probably been up for an hour.
All right.
I mean, she. Well. Yeah, she.
So, do you have, or what are you and Zara doing as I come into whatever room you're in?
Probably more learning of words and such. Which means cuddled up watching Netflix.
She's asking questions like, "What is a lesbian?" and "How'd you bend your back that way?"
Well, first I dislocated my lower spine and wait, what?
But yeah, so Joseph will come walking up. Jessica, we must be getting moving to our meeting tonight.
Oh, right, meeting. Darn. Ugh. We'll have to pick this up when I get back.
Oh. Okay. Is it something I can help with?
Not this time. This is stuff you don't want to be around quite yet.
I mean, I have seen pretty gross stuff before from your one friend.
Yeah, but this is one misstep and, things get ugly sort of situation. And you're still learning, give it time.
Are you gonna come back safe?
Probably. If you want, I could tell.
I give you my promise she'll come back safe.
There we go.
I like you. Alright, I'm holding you to it though. I'll kick your ass if she doesn't.
Watch it. She actually has been learning how to do that.
Oh, I know, especially if she's been learning from Tammy.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we'll pick up where we left off here when I get back, and well, we'll see how things go from there.
Will you be mad if I watch ahead?
Oh, I mean, go ahead. Just don't spoil it for me.
Nope, no spoilers, I promise.
Okay. So
Bye!
yeah, bye. And Jessica will hop up and go to follow Joseph.
We head to Victor's storyteller. I will lead the way since we need to be on time.
Okay, that's probably a good idea.
Wait a second. Was it always this quick to get to Victor's?
Only if you take the right doorways and passages.
But they always change. How do you know which ones are the right ones without navigation?
Careful observation.
Oh. I think I have careful observation. Ooh, is that a butterfly?
I think it's a moth.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a butterfly. It's flapping towards the light.
It's one of those gray butterflies. What? This is like Victor's door light we're staring at.
Damn.
I mean, like 2 houses over, you might be right in front of his house, basically having this conversation. I'm gonna step away for just half.
The real question is the moth real?
I believe the moth is real.
We'll say that this moth is real, but you never know.
Indeed. So while she's doing what she's doing, I'm gonna ask what Carlotta and Cappy are doing.
I suppose after you get up, I figure probably I'll get him beat up again, so I'd probably go to Victor's house, or at least in the main part of it.
And yeah, I'm up and getting ready to head to Victor's as well because, well, that was quite a night. There's a whole lot that needs to happen now.
All right. So, Mom, how are you getting to Victor's? Are you being driven? Are you calling an Uber? What's going on?
My assistant is driving me. I'm through with driving for a little bit.
All right. So I'll say you arrive at Victor's about roughly the same time all the rest of us do. Me and Jessica are discussing the moth as Rick comes around the corner and you're coming up the yard after getting dropped off.
Butterfly!
So, how is everybody?
Well, not too bad. Was able to feed, have fun with Scraggles, had a good sleep.
We need to talk about rats, though, don't we?
They came in handy, didn't they?
They were not originally part of the plan and were a risk to us being caught.
Apparently, I didn't take the hide direction very well, or I supposed to stay hidden. I guess some of them got hungry and decided to wander. I should have expected.
And why did you summon them to begin with?
I had a little extra eyes in here that I didn't figure would hurt. You never know what could happen in there, and apparently shit went down we didn't expect.
Storyteller, can I insight him?
Yes, and Cappy, you are gonna roll, what's it called? It's not called deception. Subterfuge and manipulation.
This might be good for it. I don't know. I think I got a few dice for it.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said I got some dice for it, so it shouldn't be too bad, I hope.
Oh, okay.
Meanwhile, Jessica leans down to the
Never
doorknob.
mind. I can't roll good in my life.
Hey, Ron.
Hey,
It's
we
nice
died.
to see you.
Should we roll
I still.
again?
Yeah, you guys both just sit there squinting at each other for an uncomfortably long, like 30 seconds. Roll again.
Fuck. My rolls suck tonight. I can't roll good for nothing. I got the dice, I just can't roll good.
Do you know why most dogs aren't prone to deception?
Who said I was deceiving you?
Everything about you tells me you're deceiving me. The way you look off to the left, the various not micro transactions.
Micro expressions.
Yeah, micro expressions your face is making.
Hey, I sent them in there to listen and watch. I wasn't lying about that.
Then you had another intent for the information.
Nothing you needed to worry about.
Something I do need to worry about.
My Primogen likes to be kept up to date on important information.
So you're spying on us for your Primogen when we all just formed a
No.
coterie together.
I'm not spying. Hell, I wouldn't even do it if I wasn't given a direct order to do it. If every Primogen told you to do something, you would do it.
No, I wouldn't, because I don't recognize a Primogen.
Yeah, that's right. You're anarchist.
I am an anarch, and so is most of your clan.
Yeah.
Wait, we're supposed to do what our Primogen tells us?
But I assure you, no personal information will get to her. Only information I relay to her is regarding the goings on with the prince and whatever and the stuff in there that she needs to know. Nothing we do that's not important will not get to her, as it hasn't yet. I have been good about that.
Yes, because you've been commanded not to.
I mean, before that.
You're also bad at getting information.
I've had issues with that, yes, but I am honest when I say I have not told her anything she did not need to know.
We will handle this later. And Jessica, no, you do not have to just listen to your Primogen, especially yours.
Okay. Hi, Ron. We need to get in hurriedly, and yeah, I know I still owe you a hot dog, but we didn't manage to walk by the place this time.
Oh, it's okay. He's homesick with his kid.
Oh no! Well, I hope they get better. I know there's a lot of that going around right now. Maybe I should pay him more of those gold rings next time I see him.
Yeah, he may need it with the medical bills, but I think he'll be back soon. I heard that he's on the up and or wait, no, that doesn't mean what I mean. Like up on the whatever. He's getting better.
He wasn't on the up and up before. I mean, was he he was charging me too much for those hot dogs?
Sorry, that's my bad.
Well, I look forward to seeing him when I see him. But yeah, Joseph led this time. I don't trust his direction skills.
Yeah, I think it's better when you lead the way. You have way better stories that way.
I know.
But I am really happy to see you even without a hot dog.
Me too. Pats the doorknob's head.
It glints and gleams at you.
I have my notebook out, and I'm writing in Jessica's parts of the interaction again.
So we going in?
About that time, Jameson opens the door and says, "Good evening. Master's been expecting you."
Well, would you look at that? I begin walking in.
You notice Jameson kind of look off to the side of the door there, and I don't know. Joseph would probably notice it. a brand new Ring doorbell.
Who are you again? I forget. I believe it's in opposed roles now.
What?
Devil's trying to wipe his memory.
Wait, are you really trying to wipe his memory?
Yep. He's got, I think, additional dice for it, but
Oh, gotcha. What am I rolling?
I'm double checking. And I think it just plains works on non-ghouls and vampires. Cloud memory.
I believe Jameson is a ghoul now.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a ghoul now. Specifically because we did this.
Yeah.
Over and
Well,
over again.
I don't think you guys know that, so. Okay,
Charisma and dominate versus wits and resolve.
perfect.
But yes, I don't know that. I'm just doing it.
Yep, that works. Uh,
God damn it.
Well,
yeah. So you definitely succeed. You succeed really, really well. So he's definitely going to forget. I will say as much as you want up to the last 15 minutes.
I mean, yeah, we never arrived.
Oh, yeah, there's no guests here. Better go find something to do.
Instead of going to the sitting room, though, I'm gonna go to Bob's reading room.
Alright.
Well, that's where he is, and we need to get going.
No, it's fine. I mean, no one's stopping you from roaming the house. Jameson
Especially
thinks no
Jameson.
one's.
So yeah, especially Jameson. Jameson forgot why he was at the door.
Watches him go off into the kitchen. Heads towards
Yeah,
sitting room.
that is actually what I was about to say, is that he heads into the kitchen.
I hate you so much right now, Jessica.
It's not my fault. We didn't know.
So yeah, I come into your waiting room, Bob, where you're reading your paper. Or your reading room, I mean.
I will join him.
Victor, this is no time to be reading the paper. We must be getting moving.
Agreed, sir, but I was waiting for your arrival. Apparently, what have you done to Jameson this time?
I'm afraid I've done nothing with Jameson.
Well, it's pointless asking you, Jessica.
He just wandered off.
He was there, though. He let us in. Said you had been waiting for us.
Very well. I have no words. Just go.
You're gonna need lots of words. I hope you're ready.
You can have only the best words.
I shall endeavor to do my best, sir.
Maybe you should ask Carlotta to be your wingman. She seems pretty good at talking to people.
I come in at that time catching the tail end. Oh, so this is where everyone is. Hi, Victor. How are you?
A bit nonplussed at the moment, my dear. But yes, I was hoping that you would break the ice, as it were, at our meeting.
There's gonna be ice. Is it an ice sculpture?
Possibly, my dear Jessica.
Those are always impressive, especially when they make it with the chainsaws.
Well, let us proceed then to the meeting.
All right. So we're gonna head to the meeting, storyteller.
All right. Wait. Did you guys have Cappy?
Yeah, Cappy's with us.
Okay. All right. I must
Ah,
have
yep,
missed
with
that.
him.
He's so quiet. All
Well, I thought
right.
initially they were in a separate room. They came and got me and went. So
So, Ryan, do you remember where I had you meet them before? I have it noted of like that you had met with them, but I don't think I wrote down where.
It was like an abandoned parking lot or something like that.
I want to say it was out in the burbs though, right? Because I think it was like you had met with Anita at like an Anarch bar out in the burbs, and then you met with them not too far away. Does that sound right?
No, I could have sworn it was in the city.
Okay. You probably remember better than I do, so we'll take your word for it.
Let me see what notes I have.
I think that you have a bunch of them on Jessica talking to doorknobs.
I do.
No, looks like I just have Shadow, Banu Hakim, who warned me, and blah blah blah.
Okay, I mean, that's fine. Whatever. It's not terribly important. I just figured if we can remember for consistency's sake, that'd be nice, but I don't think anybody watches anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So you guys need to go a little bit of ways from where you are currently, because this is kind of in like a more like empty abandoned area, which there's so many of those when you're really talking about the city. And I don't know it well enough honestly to tell you a real place, so we're just going to say that you guys have to go somewhere that's probably about a 20-minute drive from where you currently are.
All right.
So are you guys taking one of Bob's cars? Are you guys going separately? Is it just Bob and you going? Is the whole group going? What do you?
Whole group's going.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would like.
we're all going.
Yeah, I would like the whole group to go with.
And you informed the Banu Hakim of that, I assume?
Yep. We discussed this meeting.
Well, I know you talked about the meeting, but I meant specifically, like there will be a group of people so that they aren't expecting that it's just you and Victor.
Yeah, no. Like I said, I would have got a hold of Shadow, said what my group was looking to do. Also talked with mine and Shadow's arrangement, like I said, to give Shadow what I have.
Okay.
Hopefully Shadow, if Shadow teaches me, that Shadow will give me her real name.
We shall see. So, what method are you guys using to get over there? Piling in one of Victor's larger SUVs together, or what?
Yes.
As long
I
as
just-
it's not the van from last night, I'm fine.
Yeah, no, it's not. That's in the body shop now, getting fixed and repainted. Different color.
Okay. So you guys all hop into the car together, and Joseph, are you driving since you know the location, or are you just directing somebody?
I'll probably just direct somebody.
So after a little bit, you guys get to the area. You can't drive right up to where you're supposed to meet them. You know.
Well,
I've done
let's
that
clarify
before.
something first. Who are you directing? Can I
Yeah,
drive?
who's driving? Because Victor can't.
Do you have a driver do it, or does Carlotta want to drive again? That's really up to you.
I'm a very good
Joseph,
driver.
you don't drive?
I could drive if necessary.
That seems dangerous.
I can drive.
Oh hell
That seems
no!
even more dangerous.
Actually, I got two in drive, so I could drive quite well, thank you.
Okay, Rick, you're driving.
I mean, technically, I have a driver.
Yeah, Rick has more drive than me.
Yeah, Rick's driving. Joseph's up front directing him.
All right, there we go.
I bring dog treats with me if this is how we're going.
Where are you gonna get dog treats from?
Probably my house where I have a dog.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Oogie's there.
That's right. All right, yeah, you have dog treats.
Every time Cappy turns the correct direction, I give him one.
I just look at him and slap it out of his hand. I don't eat that. Have you forgotten?
I mean, how do you know if you don't try? Have you tried to eat a dog treat?
We can't eat anything. Only drink blood. Remember? I will take it for Scraggles though, because he can eat.
What are
snacks
you, a
and-
vampire?
I will take the snacks and pocket them for Scraggles later though, if he keeps giving them to me.
I believe Jessica answered you asked you a question.
He's just gonna ignore that because that's just.
Joseph, we all need to be at our best at this meeting. I would greatly appreciate it if you would stop tormenting Rick, just for this evening.
Very well. But I'm just telling you now, Pavlov is very disappointed.
Someone followed his order.
Understood, sir.
So, do we get there, storyteller?
Yes, you are able to get there successfully. This doesn't require any kind of roll from you, Cappy. I mean, it's just a normal drive. You aren't doing anything crazy. Well, unless you wanted to try doing something crazy, but you don't need
No,
to.
I'm good.
That's a good idea. So as I was kind of saying, you can't drive up directly to where you're supposed to meet them. It's a little bit more secluded than that. But you can park about a block away from where you're going to meet them, and then you're basically going to kind of head down an alley, and like take a couple turns to get to kind of a hidden, not like hidden, but secluded area.
Does anybody come out to meet us?
When you guys get to that area, there is nobody there. You are looking around, and it just seems like a shadowy little nook with just you guys there.
Oh yeah, that's not ominous or anything.
It's fine.
Joseph, are you sure this is the correct place?
Yes.
As you say that, what seems to just be a blob of black drops down behind you, Victor. You
Do we
just
see
hear
that?
Yeah, everybody sees it. Victor doesn't really exactly see it because, like I said, it's behind him. But you do get the sense that like you hear the slightest noise as if like somebody just gently landed on the ground. And you get that kind of like hair on the back of your neck, like, ooh, someone's watching me feeling.
He just turns around calmly. Good evening, friend.
And Joseph, you would recognize this as Shadow.
It's good to see you again, Shadow.
I
Hi.
see Shadow all the time. It's right behind me.
It's good to see you too. I assume these must be your friends.
You would be correct.
Hello.
I just give a nod and a wave.
No,
Hi.
that one's my pet dog.
Oh.
I just kind of
Joseph.
grumble and shake my head.
Joseph, what did I say?
I have to give proper introductions to the people we're talking to.
I'm not his dog. Let's get that straight right now. He thinks it, but there's a big difference between thinking and being.
Yeah, it's a communal dog.
Enough!
Jessica, don't join in, please.
You want me to cuddle you my dog instead? Okay.
I want you to shut up, is what I want.
Okay, guys.
Wow.
Shadow
it
just has
possible?
one eyebrow raised.
Is it actually possible?
Always a fun time, Shadow. This is why I wanted you to meet him.
Hello.
The thing is, my dear Joseph, we are not here for fun.
No, but it makes better bedfellows for what we're going to discuss.
If you say so.
I thought I was here for fun.
I would like to know everybody's names.
Victor extends a hand and says, I apologize for these goings on. I am Victor Bridgeford.
She extends a hand. Her handshake is firmer than you might have expected.
And
So you're Victor.
yes,
At least you're able to keep your composure. That's something. And the rest of you?
Yes?
Name, doggy.
Woof.
Hello, I'm Carlotta von Bruggen. Glad to meet you.
I am Rick. Nice to meet you.
Carlotta. You're famous, aren't you? Like acting or dancing or something? Did you hear me, Mom?
Do what?
Did Mom hear me?
No, I didn't.
No.
She said, Carlotta, aren't you, famous for, like, acting, dancing, something like that?
I have been known to sing some.
Hmm. Well, be careful when we must meet. I am not one who enjoys the spotlight as you do.
No, I'll keep that in mind. Plus, I'm going to be quite circumspect.
You're going to be carefully watched?
I think
What?
so.
Hopefully not, Jessica. Hopefully not.
So you're Jessica then?
It's one of the names, yeah.
Oh, is there a different one you prefer?
No, Jessica's the one I'm using now.
Victor just kind of leans over. Malkavian.
Yeah, I suspected that was probably the case. Valuable allies to have, though.
Oh, without a doubt, my dear.
So, Joseph, do you want to get us started on our discussion here?
Well, I've brought to you the prospect of the Primogen Council, Victor. You said you'd rather talk to him when we discussed this before, and things have become a little more urgent, so I arranged that meeting right away.
Yes, I do have to say I was a little bit surprised to hear from you so soon after everything blew up last night. You guys really had an interesting night, didn't you?
That we did.
What do you have to say about it, Victor?
First, your flair for understatement is admirable, my dear. But yes, things are oh worse than even we had suspected. Uh, the prince seems to be actively working against the kindred for some reason. Uh, and the camera
Well, he's working against you, right?
Yeah, and it's not active, it's subterfuge.
You were the target last night, from everything that I could gather about the situation.
Yes, last night, but his plans seem to go far deeper than that. I believe he has plans more for more than just this little princedom he has here. It seems.
I mean, any prince has their eyes set on something more. I don't know too many who achieve that kind of status and don't continue to seek more.
Oh, without a doubt, my dear, but they don't actively engage with the enemies of the current status quo to achieve those ends and attempt to bring complete anarchy. And he also, some of the things he's done has risked exposing the masquerade.
Oh, do you want to talk about potentially risking the masquerade then?
We're not here to talk about potential breaches of the masquerade or anything like that.
Well, I think we actually are.
I
I've
don't.
made it clear, I think everybody understands that my people like to be in the shadows. We don't draw attention to ourselves. You expect us to form some sort of alliance with you, back you. How do I know that you're not just going to push yourself into more of these situations where the literal prince of the city is attempting to blow you up in front of everybody?
That's a fair question.
Not only that, you have mortal police breathing down your neck. Well, I guess I can't exactly say that anymore, but it'll only take one little thing for them to be right back at your doorstep asking questions.
They
Now,
have
I'm
been
not
interested.
saying, indeed, I'm not saying that there aren't very good reasons to sometimes do some of these things, but I'm not convinced that in every one of these situations you've had very good reason to do the things that you're doing. So I'd like to get real right now. Having our support is going to thoroughly change the tide of what is happening in Kindred politics right now. But that support doesn't come easily, and we don't fuck around. I would really like to hear something that is going to convince me that you're the horse worth backing, that you aren't going to fuck this up.
Oh, I have no intention of, as you put it so eloquently, fucking this up, my dear. Uh, Miss Carlotta here, who is completely innocent of those charges that the mortal police were looking into. Uh, she was set up by our dear prince himself, and he came very close to exposing us all. But I and my merry band here thwarted his plans in that regard, as we continue to thwart his plans in these other matters. And as a true son of Loden, I have come to reclaim my own. I have no intention of letting that false princeling sit upon that throne any longer than necessary. And I would greatly appreciate your help in this matter. And I can assure you that discretion in these matters is uppermost in my mind at all times.
Out of curiosity, which sort of horse would you like to bet on? I mean, there's Sun or that new guy.
I will not be backing the new guy. I can assure you of that.
And yet, that's the way things are looking right now.
Hmm. We'll see. Sun is a little too unpredictable for my
Ah,
taste. But it can be beneficial to keep an established power in place. There's less risk than to
But
take on a new horse.
the thing is, you won't back the new guy, but you'll back the guy backing the new guy?
Fair, I suppose. These are all very nice words, Victor, but the reality is, I want to know what I'm going to get out of this. What is it that will make my life better? What will help my clan? What are your plans? Why should you be the one in power?
Well, first, a question in return, my dear. What is it that you desire? What do you think would make life better for your clan?
Being alive for one thing.
What?
They're not alive.
Well, if you are looking to establish yourself as somebody of power within the Camarilla, then you would also potentially have the ability to give more voice to those with less of one. Much like the Lasombra, we are newer to the Camarilla's ranks. There's not a lot of trust for us, not a lot of room for us. And I mean, the prince seems willing to possibly give us a bit of a job, but things seem unsure. I don't like uncertainty. I want to know how we can fit into your Camarilla, what kind of purpose we would serve, and what kind of power we would have.
Wouldn't the power you want be one from the shadows?
Certainly, we're not ones for ostentatious displays of power. We leave that for those like the Ventru, the Toreador, so on, so on.
I am to believe you lack a seat on the Primogen Council, though.
That is correct. We do not have any kind of representation. And
No,
we
no, does the Ventru at the on this so-called council at the moment, my dear, uh, and that is completely unacceptable.
are you trying to
All,
link our situation to yours?
not at all, my dear, not at all. But except in the fact that neither of our clans are truly represented on the Prince's Council, and that is completely unacceptable.
I
All
think you
must have
just.
all must have a seat at the table, and all must be allowed and free to voice their concerns, air their grievances, if we are to survive in this new millennium. And I see to I will see to it that that changes. No one voice shall outweigh another, and no voice shall be silenced. I have no interest in who is primogen of any clan, as long as if the clan chooses a primogen, that primogen will have a seat on the council and will not have to what's the word I'm looking for? None will be subordinate to any other. Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say.
You may have noticed that we tend to be good with information. I would certainly like for some of the top people of my group to have roles in obtaining information for you or, keeping information secret as, need arises.
Oh, understandably, my dear. Each clan has their own uh, area of expertise, as it were. We must find a way for us all to mesh our individual strengths together so that uh, we present one united face to the world, or at least to the world of darkness, as it were, uh, so that all may thrive and grow.
On
Rick,
top of
one moment, Carlotta. You'll get your moment.
sorry.
No, it's okay. But Rick, why do you follow Victor?
Why do I follow him?
He's a
Um,
dog.
he's resisting the urge to just slap the fuck out of Jessica for that comment. Ignoring the ignorant Malkavian in the room or area, I follow him because he has so far proven to be a good leader and worthy of me following and listening to him.
Oh, you poor puppy.
And I do stay with him. That is another reason, but a mighty one compared to the other two I have.
Mm.
So he's a dog.
I know.
Where's
He
Jessica
needs
standing
me.
right now?
He gives me a home, so I protect him. He's my master.
He is probably at this point visibly holding back his rage from just slapping Jessica. He's about had enough with this Malkavian fucking moron.
Rick, hold your peace for a moment. I believe this is a teachable moment here.
Jessica
my
needs to
dear,
leave now. She says one more thing, I might not be able to hold my rage back.
Rick, hold your peace, please, for a moment here. But I'm sorry, Shadow, is that her?
That's the only name you've been given.
Okay. My dear Shadow, that right there, you claim to be discriminated against and that you don't want, you're questioning why you should follow me, and yet you're doing the very same things that others are doing to you in your clan, and I will not have it. There's no need for this internecine bickering like this. We all need to recognize our strengths and our weaknesses, and we need to shore each other up, not tear each other down. And that is what I wish to bring to this council, and not this bickering and backbiting that our prince seems to revel in.
And yet it seems to flourish among your present company.
Uh, they are a work in progress, but we are a most unusual coterie. I will admit that, but it's a work in progress. I am trying to raise our expectations of each other.
Carlotta, I believe you had something that you wanted to say.
What he said is absolutely true. It was only several months ago that I got invested in this venture. And, all right, Bilbo. And I don't commit lightly. I do a lot of research because I really do have to be careful. I have enough foibles myself. He actually is sincere, though. I've known him for a lot of years. And besides his resources, his vision is actually one of the main drives. And his vision is, in my opinion, worth following to its succession. So, yes, that's why I am here.
Why are you here, Jessica?
Honestly, it's because I'm supposed to be here at this point in time. It's a complicated algorithm of, space and time connectivity, and yeah, I help.
Is he the horse you are betting on?
No, he's not even wearing the horse head.
Of course. Is there
I
anything?
I w- I,
Oh,
I
go
wouldn't
ahead.
mind seeing him as Primogen. I will say that he would make a interesting Primogen, to say the least.
It seems that perhaps fate has some interest in seeing him pursue this, is perhaps what you're suggesting.
If I were to suggest such a thing, it would probably undo such a thing, would it not?
I think you'd be the expert in that.
Well, let's just leave it on as it's a course I would like to see happen.
Sorry, I had a sneeze. I didn't want to sneeze into the mic.
It's fine. Don't share your digital germs with me.
Very well. Joseph, is there anything else that you would like to add? I feel bad to exclude you, but it's clear to me that you do support Victor since you are the one who came to me with such a proposal.
You know who I am. Camarilla, princes, Primogen, all of that, it's not really my deal. And I've had to get far more involved with it than I'd like in these past few nights.
It's inevitable to get caught up with politics, even if you prefer to stay out of them.
It's not necessarily that I prefer out of them. I don't prefer this side of them normally. But I don't like the Sabbat. They're messy, they're bad for all of us, and they're chaos incarnate.
I agree with that.
The prince, whether or not he's working with the Sabbat, at the very least is working with the Zamisi who are part of the Sabbat.
I mean, there's exceptions.
Not really with their clan, and you know it.
Hey, Joseph, wouldn't you agree that that little attack could have caused more problems had not ended the way it did? I mean, everybody there, even though it was dark, that could have went way worse than it did.
It was dark for a reason.
Yeah, but still, everybody there, things could have got far worse. I don't know if Masquerade break is worse, but I would think pretty close. Things got any crazier than they did.
Could have been worse, yes, but it was a calculated attack. The prince
True
isn't
enough.
stupid. He knew that we'd clean up the masquerade for him. We just had to be under the attack.
Yeah, I just don't appreciate being attacked to begin with.
Except that if he was trying to kill us in that attack, then we wouldn't be able to clean it up for him.
But we would have already started the process, and if we had died in the process, I'm sure he would have just cleaned it up. The fact is, it was a self-cleaning job because of what we need to do.
Yeah, no disrespect meant, but not overly fond of being used like that.
No,
Which way of being used are you fond of?
I just shake my head. Not
That
now,
was-
Jessica.
That was pretty funny, you gotta admit.
Yeah, that's where Rick wasn't as angry as he was, because deep down he found that in music, and he just didn't want to say that.
but I know Victor does not stand by Sabat or Zamisi. Unless they are truly bending and kissing the foot.
I have only one more thing. Victor, you realize that if you do get our backing, if we do join forces, if you make some of the silly mistakes you've made in the past, or you don't hold up your end of the deal, the punishment is going to be swift and brutal. And no matter how powerful you think you aren't going to be able to stop it. Are you willing to still accept our help, knowing that the price for betrayal, or maybe not betrayal, but failure in a spectacular sense, could be quite painful?
I understand completely, my dear, and believe me when I say truly, when I make a deal, that is the end all and be all of it. A deal is to be honored through to the end, be it bitter or sweet. I have no intention of ever letting down my end of a bargain. I have not since what's the term they use? It's not turned.
Embraced.
Yeah, thank you. Since I was embraced, and even before, uh, my one of my mentors, a man that I even after all these years I hold dear in my heart. One of the first things he taught me was that a deal is sacrosanct, and if a man has nothing else in this world, he has his word, and no one can take that from him. And it can only be given away, and I have no intention of giving away my honor in such a way.
I want you to go ahead and roll for me politics and I would be okay with intelligence or charisma.
Does Bob get any extra dice for all of us being here trying to assist him?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think about, was how to implement that. I'm gonna say, let's see, you've got 4 people helping you here. You can get a modifier of 2 dice, or 2 on that.
All right. What the hell?
You can do it.
Okay, I've rolled it twice now.
It's probably just delaying.
Yeah, let's try giving it a second. If not, I'll try rolling it on my side because I can access your sheet.
Okay.
Yep, there it is. We'll
Yeah,
take
it
the
just
first
needs-
one.
Just needs someone else to roll something first, it looks like.
Yeah, I guess. So.
Wow.
You have 4 successes, and did you remember to add the extra dice, Bob?
I put the 2 in and the modifier. Was I supposed
Okay,
to add
yeah.
something else? Okay.
You'll hear from me tomorrow. Shadow hands Joseph another burner phone. I'll let you know the decision.
Shadow, shall we handle our agreement?
Yes, though I would prefer if that was just you and me.
Of course, may I accompany you for a little bit then?
Yes, that should be fine.
I'll find my own way home, Jessica, don't worry.
Oh, okay. I won't worry.
Oh, you don't want me to wait, Joseph? All right.
No, you guys go on ahead.
Very well. We'll see you later then, or tomorrow. And my dear, it was a great pleasure to meet you, and I shall await word.
Or am I going on behind?
It was good to meet you as well. I appreciate your willingness to come and speak with me personally.
Nice to meet you, Shadow.
You as well.
This was definitely interesting, Shadow. Thank you.
Yes, I'm sure this is maybe a unique experience for many of you. Toodaloo.
Yeah, do you guys leave?
Yes.
Yep.
I heard everybody back to the car.
Does everybody listen to him?
Yeah, I'd go back to the car.
Nope, I just kind of wander off.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Bob.
Jessica, the car's this way, my dear.
Yeah, but the road is this way.
Jessica, we need you in the car, please.
Why, you want me to drive?
We need your help. We don't need you to drive, no.
What do you need my help with?
In the car, Jessica, I will explain it.
But I don't want to get in the car.
I'll just remind you, Bob, you have a compulsion right now. So you are
Yeah.
feeling very arrogant and bossy, and this is really gonna get under your skin.
Jessica, perhaps you misunderstand me. You're needed in the car. Now, let us go, shall we?
But you misunderstand me. The path is this way.
No, it is
Yeah,
not.
it's right there. It's right in front of me.
I'd be in the car smiling at that's when I was getting to know about Jessica instead of me for a change.
Victor walks over and takes Jessica by the hand, and we'll get on the path, but I need you in the car now, my dear.
But the car can't go on the path. It's going that way. It's on the sidewalk.
I love how I leave you guys alone with Jessica and you can't handle her.
I'm in the car chilling. Victor can handle it right now. For our Rick cares.
Oh, you're already in the car? Fuck you too.
Rick is done with Jessica for right now.
I actually get out and go to talk to Jessica as well. Jessica, we had such a great time the other night, and I think that Victor wants to be able to talk to you and feel some of that presence and what your take on this meeting was. It would be a great help to all of us.
But there was something I needed to do.
What did you need to do, Jessica?
I need to, and I'm gonna activate awe for this. Go off to the police station and chat up the receptionist. She's
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
so helpful. It's going to be great. I'm gonna make a friend. And yes, I'm using awe for this.
So you're like trying to awe them.
Yep.
All right, manipulation and presence. Carlotta, Victor, you each need to roll composure and intelligence.
So glad I'm in the car, not dealing with this right now.
Yeah, you're just happily sitting, waiting in the car. You don't know what's going on. You just know that Jessica's arguing with them.
Oh yeah, I know that. I figured I'm having a hard time with her.
Devil, I don't think you should roll 1d1s.
Yeah, I rolled my presence and it didn't roll, so I rolled 1d1 to see if that would spark it to go like the other times. But it's just lagging.
Where's composure?
It's under your traits in the social category at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully, Roll20 will catch up here soon.
I mean, it did my roll that I did after the. There we go.
There it goes.
Well, it's unfortunate because I was gonna see my roll and decide if I wanted to use a willpower, but I'm not sure I can because I've seen the other rolls.
Victor tied and Carlotta beat him.
I mean, I'm fine if you want to roll it.
They just also have the same option of using their willpower.
Yeah.
So Devil has a 5 now. Does Mom want to blow a willpower or Victor?
Oh, she wouldn't be able to roll, and neither of them would be able to roll enough to beat it anyway.
If Mom rolled another 10, she could, because that's double the successes.
Oh, I guess that's true, yeah. So you could try on the 10% chance that you get it.
One never knows unless one doesn't try.
I only have a 4, not a 5.
If you're doing a willpower reroll, Mom, when the little box pops up, change it to 1 die, because that's all you can reroll.
Oh yeah, you're right, Devil. You only have 4. Womp womp.
Well, that was not successful.
Well, maybe.
Technically, Victor could also reroll 2 of his dice to tie.
Okay.
Mom, make sure you damage one of your
Superficial
willpower.
I already did for her.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Son of a bitch.
Whoa. Okay then.
I think Bob might actually have failed now.
I think he critically failed.
Yeah.
Is it? I mean, he still has the 2 successes, and those are non-hunger dice.
Yeah, what's his hunger dice? That's what I'm checking.
No,
He had a 10 and
he
a
had
4.
a 10 and a 4. He
Oh.
didn't critically fail.
Yeah, he's good then.
But Jessica does succeed, so you guys are like you're not like infatuated or anything, but you want to listen to her and you kind of want to give her her way. What she's saying is really interesting.
Well, Victor, I guess
Wait a minute.
we
Wait
should
a
give
minute.
some.
I have unwavering mind. Or is it too late for that?
Do you need to activate it?
I don't think
Um,
you do.
Yeah, it says all it says is the user adds their dot and fortitude as extra
Yeah.
dice, and
So you have
It's a
one
level
extra.
1.
Yeah, one extra die you can roll then, Bob. So try rolling a d10.
okay.
He still wouldn't succeed at that point.
Yeah. But I mean, if you want to roll it for funsies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still don't succeed. You don't even get a little bit better.
Damn it! And I suppose just shooting her in the leg is out of the question.
We're really not inclined to do anything like that right now. She's very interesting.
She's making a very good point. She's, a subject of awe.
She's so pretty and interesting.
And what she says makes a lot of sense.
Which, is scary in and of itself. But now, with my thing going on here, am I just going to accept that? Or would I just accept that?
Yeah, because you kind of became susceptible to this with that failed roll. So even though like even though it would typically really annoy you with the state that you're in, this is like a supernatural power kind of overtaking that. So it's not gonna like cancel it out once the awe wears off. But for right now, at least with Jessica, you're not behaving that way so much. You're probably still pretty arrogant though.
Okay.
You're just not really trying to boss her around either.
Everyone else, though.
Yeah, everyone else needs to follow your goddamn orders.
As it should be.
Yeah, so Jessica, you have brought them a bit under your sway here.
Yeah. I will kind of rock back and forth and wait for them to respond.
I'm just in the car watching this.
No, you're not, because she didn't really leave the too far from the area where you were all talking to the cars a block away. You said you went to the car and sat there waiting. So
Okay. I thought
all
they were
you
still by the
know
car.
is that they seem to be caught up, and you suspect it is probably because of Jessica.
Oh, yeah.
So, go ahead.
Very well, my dear. Not happy about this, but we will see you later. Carlotta, my dear, let us go back to the car.
Okay, Jessica, take care. See you shortly, hopefully.
See ya! Have fun with the car ride. I'm probably going to end up taking a bus. It's going to be great.
Hopefully, you'll make it home.
One of them.
Just be careful, my dear.
Sure thing. I mean, I'm going to a police station. What could go wrong?
Yeah. Really?
Remember, you think everything that she's saying is interesting and smart and she's funny.
Oh yeah.
That chest just keeps bulging out.
I mean, it's not like total infatuation, but it is like you're kind of fascinated with her right now.
Yes. Well, have a good evening, my dear.
You as well. She will start skipping off.
Victor will stare after her for a moment, kind of, looking at her butt, and then we'll grab Carlotta's arm and head back to the car.
I'm sure
Right.
the view is good with the skirt that she has on.
So, um, I kind of picture this area as having an entrance, like where you guys were talking, having an entrance and an exit. Um, and Joseph and Shadow went through the opposite direction, right, from where you guys came, so that you guys would be going in the opposite direction to return to the car. Jessica, you have 2 ways to go here. Which way are you going?
I will follow the path I take, which is currently a bunch of, Pac-Man dots
Okay.
with a little cherry every so often. Maybe a banana.
So you follow it just a little bit, like following Victor and Carlotta, like back towards the car, just for like maybe 15, 20 feet. And then instead of a dot, you see a cherry, but it's up.
Power pill?
It's up on, I forget what they call them, but like the fire escape thingies that are like lifted up off the ground, but like you could jump and like pull them or like hook them down or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Fire escape.
Yeah, like I don't know if they have a special, I don't know, whatever. Okay.
No, that's a fire escape.
So you see a cherry sitting on the very end of like an elevated fire escape stairway.
All
above you.
right. I will try to jump up and get that cherry and I guess pull down this fire escape.
Yeah, it's not hard for kindred muscles to make this jump. It's not, any huge taxing task here. So you're able to do that, and the path continues up the fire escape and kind of around, and eventually like you end up at one of like those doors that like open up onto the roof from like inside an apartment building. um, but normally it would be locked, but by chance it just happens to be propped open right now, and the path leads down and through the building out onto the street, and eventually you can follow it down to the police station.
Lovely. Yeah, I will collect all the pieces of fruit and dots that I can get. I'll save them for the hot dog man when he gets back. He deserves a little something extra.
All right, you're able to, well, I mean, you think you're doing that.
Are there power pills too?
Yeah, sure.
Do you really want me to take a power pill?
Yes, I do. God damn it.
So I guess I collect the power pills as well.
Yep.
You want to eat one. You know you do.
Maybe on the way back from the police station.
No, now!
Nope, don't want to be glowing when I'm talking to the police woman. If I'm even actually going to the police station, because I'm trying to find her, and who knows, she might not be there.
Yeah, you do make it to the police station. She is not there though.
Oh, okay. Unfortunate.
Indeed. But the very helpful man at the desk informs you that she only has a couple days off. She'll be back on, I don't know, we'll say Monday.
Oh, he's such a very helpful man, especially, since I never deactivated awe.
Yes,
You
he's
could have
very,
had
very.
you could have had a ride home. I'm just saying.
Uh, well, Jessica would flirt with the guy who's there currently, and kind of just say, "Well, I'll have to come back and see her when she gets here."
If you want, I'll be here too.
Oh, really? Well, I might come back and see you at some point as well.
That'd be great. You're always welcome here.
Oh, thanks. I'd like to be. You know, I like being welcomed. Makes
We're
you a good receptionist.
Be our guest, be our guest.
So I went off with Shadow.
Yes. So let's jump to that conversation. Um, so you guys go walking off in the opposite direction. It feels very dark around you as you're walking. Surprisingly dark. But, it's Shadow.
Yep.
So, you have something for me?
Sorry, yes I do. And at that, I produce my registry of names, as well as the pictures that I would have printed off for this.
And to be clear, this is basically the information that you got at that meeting, right?
Yep. Copies of the recordings that I was taking, everything.
Gotcha. So she's quiet a moment as she kind of flicks through it quickly, but you can kind of tell her eyes, kind of flash, and there's, just tiniest bit of expression in her eyebrows as she looks through it. So you could tell that even though she's flicking through it very quickly, she's absorbing quite a bit of information. And he helped you with this?
He was helpful in doing this, in preparing this situation. Though I will not downplay the parts I have played.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me, my dear. This is very good, though. Well, very good in that it's very bad. It's a little more extensive than I thought. We'll look at this, cross-reference it with the information that we've gathered. I have a feeling we may have a few more leads that we can pursue once I have a chance to do just that. Very interesting. Him too. She keeps flipping through.
So will you be the one teaching me then, Shadow?
Yes. But I give you the very same warning I gave your friend. Remember that friendships with the Banu Hakim are serious, and violations against those friendships are punished harshly.
I look not to anger the Banu Hakim. I know I have traveled to many parts of the world your clan has come from, and understand very much how you take these things.
These powers are not something we share lightly. You're proving yourself a good friend of the Banu Hakim, though. So I am going to share them with you. But I trust you will use it with the same gravity that we do.
I swear to you that I will.
This was very good work. Don't tell him I said that, though.
Of course.
I also don't want you to share that I think the result will be favorable. I think we will be helping you. But we'll see. I could be wrong.
Understood. Well, onwards then. And yeah, I'm gonna basically just go off with Shadow to go learn things.
So she is going to be cautious about teaching you. So I'm going to say this is not something you can have yet. You're basically just getting the foundation at this point. And then we'll do kind of one more scene where you'll be able to actually get the power.
Understood.
But you are starting to learn this stuff. So it's not a matter of like she doesn't teach you anything. It's just not enough that you're quite able to just do this on your own. You need a little more practice and a little more guidance from her. And unless anybody has anything very urgent, I think this is probably a pretty good place to call it for tonight.
No, that sounds good because, yeah, I guess we want to get into things next week. Well, the next time we meet.
Yep, you guys have some plans to make. You guys are going to have a very interesting path ahead of you. um, and next time we play, we'll kind of open with the Banu Hakim's official response and give you guys a chance to start discussing exactly what to do from there.
Will be interesting, that's true.
Well, this has been the Story Speakers Guild bringing you roleplay entertainment through Saturday by Night. Thank you for joining us. It's been lovely.
Have a good night, everyone. Ignore the crazy Malkavian.
Have a good one.
Don't ignore the crazy Malkavian. Just understand that she is a crazy Malkavian.
Later, everyone. Just know that I'll have a little magic in my step eventually.
That's a scary ass thought.
We love you.